And welcome back. We left off last time in Shadow Empire at the top of round 194. We have 4 decisions. And it looks like no bad events as far as the turn's concerned. And we're beginning to the point where we might want to turn the Military Research Council down. But we won't do that yet. Monitor tanks. Yeah, we're not developing. Refuses demand, but buy him some beer. We're having this drop by 20. Sad day. That's oscillates. So we won't be lowering their wages this turn because they got angry. Westermark found info. Let's see. What are the regimes in Westermark? So we have expansionists, isolationists, federalists. I think the federalists are the ones we want the most power, because I think they're the ones that will be friendly. On the other hand, they have 6% of the votes, so this is not going to be enough to make a difference. And that's the Brother Command. So let's prove the Brother's Command.
Affirmative.
Right, they've got the Expansionists in charge. The Expansionists are probably why they are cold opinion. Because they want to expand. Strike cards. Apparently on loan money. Oh dear. Well, they didn't run out of money, so... Well, hopefully didn't run out of money. Hopefully it wasn't a problem.
Roger that.
Pull some money over by selling some high-tech parts. Diplomacy-wise, we could actually bribe them. Where's the proposed peace? Proposed peace. Open contact. Okay, so they're still not the faction that wants to do diplomacy with us. Where Briber has just gotten better at bribery, probably. Free move. We're looking for free trade. 185. So we can get another 50 by doing a shadow bubble map, but that's not gonna be. It's not gonna be enough. Yeah, so we can see where the blackmailer is going. That might be worth trying to shadow diplomat to get them to open up to trade. Oh, and I should assign my advisor to someone. Get him actually advising someone. Be good for him, be good for the person he's advising. And where is... One affairs, there's one affairs.
Affirmative.
Trade. So, 175 plus D100 versus 259.
Affirmative.
Critical failure. Whoops. Pissed him off a little bit. Probably fine. Okay. Spyman is up to 94. Not high enough to want to do call to success yet.
Yes, sir.
We'll train him up a bit by trying to embed some spies in the guy we're worried about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It might be worth trying to do a support fraction. Oh, definitely so. We can play it on these guys. Play on those guys. Try to sway them to our side. We'll take a roll here. Oh, we'll succeed there too. Good to see. It's high-tech stuff. Really, we need a little bunch of metal. Okay, I think for the advisor, we're gonna play the advisor on Austerlitz.
Standing by.
Remember how I play an advisor. This works. Cancel.
Standing by for
Nope. There we go. So we'll apply the better one to attach you to Austerlitz.
Understood.
Administration investigation. You're not all that good yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach you
Standing by.
to Foreign Affairs.
Affirmative.
I doubt that he's going to make a big difference in Foreign Affairs, but he builds up enough ability to actually chat people up. He may do good there. Can learn fast. And give you a Medal of Merit.
Affirmative.
Okay. Medal of Merit gives you some charisma, so I'm basically buffing their charisma so they do better in that job. Oops, do a little bit more off of the off of the nomads. Granted, the nomads are really happy with us because we've been buying their ammo, so they're unlikely to do anything aggressive. I think I don't know what I'm going to do political power-wise. There wasn't anything interesting zone to do. We don't need more leaders right now. Mining, I think we're still good on. Yeah, everything that's empty is going to stay that way. Construction, we finished Heavy Industry 1 in Belorod, and the Fuel Depot. So I'm not going to expand the Heavy Industry, because we got a metal shortage. The Fuel Depot, on the other hand, I will expand. It's going to be more fuel.
Sir, yes, sir.
The Heavy Industry being done probably was a big source of eating a bunch of metal, so it being done should at least decrease the amount of metal it's spending in construction. It'll spend a little bit making machine parts, but we'll be wanting those machine parts, so I don't have a problem with that. Don't necessarily want to drive the tanks through the forest here. Oh, they set up another zone. Oh no, that is the zone. Well, that's interesting. So they've got a big zone, Iden, and they got the little local zone, Zembrinia Ruins. Debating moving the tank and the motorized guys down to the front. It would make the logistics situation a little bit more complicated, but I think we'll do it anyway. Sort of redeploy them sort of with the plan of we want to go ahead and circle the city in the next war, so being prepared to do that rapidly if hostilities breaks out would be valuable. And it sort of also preps the pump for the logistics. If we don't have the logistics to keep these guys supplied out there without them shooting, then we definitely don't have it for them shooting. Okay, that was our construction. Everything else we're still waiting. In the couple turns it will take for them to finish the demineralization plant, we will continue expanding that one. Unlike Austerlitz, which needs more people. In fact, Austerlitz is shrinking. Well, I say it's shrinking. It's actually shrinking. You don't count us taking workers from it because we're taking people as colonists as well. Okay, and it has civilian pop issues. So let's come into Austerlitz.
Standing by.
I'm gonna call
Order
you up.
acknowledged.
Stop taking colonists
Order acknowledged.
from you. Not that I don't want the colonists, but I don't want to take the colonists, so I'm gonna have to give them back. Kind of defeats the purpose. I mean, this place pretty much isn't shrinking, because we're recruiting from here, but we're recruiting at the same rate that it's shrinking, basically, or that it's growing. So it looks like the workers went down, but that's because, or it looks like the civilian sector went down because we're growing up the workers. Which is kind of what you wanted to do. You just don't want it to become too lopsided in favor of workers. Okay, so you're at the point where we want to call you up and lower your salary. I'm going to be a little greedy. I'm going to go for 3 degrees. Yeah, this is ideally we want the private below 0.0 or 0.005, and we want the public to be 0.005. And or we want what we're paying them in salary to be like 0.002 above what the income is for the zone. So this one's about where we want it. If anything, that's saying we want more public people, or want more private people. Same thing vaguely in the capital. In fact, the capital probably it's time to call you up and lower
Copy that.
wages a bit.
Copy that.
We raised the wages in the past to deal with the fallout from, well, the literal fallout. Yeah. So the only place we're advancing is the non-aligned over here. We may be in a position to actually start shooting come next turn. Because those free folk martyrs are well out-teched at this point. Oh, I probably could have deployed more spies, but that'll be fine. We don't have to use up all the spy cards every turn. This is the end turn. In theory, we are at peace with most people, so the end turn should be boring. If it suddenly ends up very spicy, we've been declared on. So that's kind of what we're sitting on pins and needles is, was war declared? These are the guys most likely to declare war on us. Probably the easiest way that we'd see that we were declared on is suddenly we'd see the borders move in a bunch of places. Right now it probably would be in our favor, to be fair, in most places, because they've got a lot of border that's empty where it's not empty on our side. And presumably we weren't declared on. And we're now onto the militarists. The militarists, we pretty much, well, now that we've deployed a bunch of spies, we might see what they're doing, but in theory, they're far enough away from us, so our recon should be pretty bad on them. And the friendlies. The friendlies we might see some movement on, because we share sort of a tri-corner with both people they're at war with. So we can see them moving against the blackmailers, and we can see them moving against the militarists, if they're on our end of the shared borders. It looks like that turn was pretty short for them. Now it's the blackmailers' turn, which vice versa. We might see a little bit of movement of them going after the friendlies. Right now, they're the big winners of all the exchanges because they've managed to get into the top place on the podium by not being at war with everyone. They've picked the middle ground. Be at war with someone, but not everyone. Whereas Mr. Hostile, I think, has not done a great job of that. I think it's been at war with basically everyone. I'm being attacked by the non-aligned. And those poor non-aligned guys get riggedy wrecked in their attack. They attacked bazookas with infantry, and the bazookas took no casualties. So that was a good turn for us. 7 decisions, 300 infantry enemies killed. Simon wants to erect a statue. You're not the government, that's not your job. Have I done mechanized siege grenadiers yet? Well, I haven't done mechanized grenadiers. Well, there's mechanized siege grenadiers. So we'll do that. We may want that in the future. Minor worker strike in Austerlitz, probably due to we're not paying them much more than the civilians, but we'll give them a little bit of money to calm them down. We worked out earlier that it's Brothers Command that we want to do this to. Humanist Army.
Affirmative.
And Brothers Command.
Affirmative.
Request in helping fight syndicate cells. I'm all down to lowering autocracy. So this will hit us diplomatically with whom? The friendly guys. Okay, they're easy to fix.
Affirmative.
If that's actually pissed them off to any significant degree. Yeah. 88, they're happy enough. They're over 80, I don't mind. So we pre-position those forces there, so we don't need to do anything there. Troop-wise, we should probably move here.
Move it now. All clear, sir.
Let's try to keep them contained in the zone where we're trying to clear them out of, instead of letting them escape. That's probably all the troop movement we're going to do. Now it's back to managing construction and cities. So, mining overview. Any empties? No empties to fill. Empties that are only empty. Can only be empty. Turns remaining. 0 turns, but did not complete. That is a sad day. So that's probably us not having enough metal. So we got a heavy industry that didn't complete, and truck station fuel depot that didn't complete because of presumably metal shortages. Okay. Let's trade for a little bit more money because we're running a little low on money. We'll do the standard trade high-tech parts for money.
Roger that.
If I had metal, I might start contemplating upgrading some of the foot 4s to foot 5s. But we don't have the metal. Similar sort of thing also with raising brigades. If I had metal, I'd probably raise some brigades. Let's play some Shadow Brokers. So, obviously, we're going to attach you to Foreign Affairs Council.
Affirmative.
And then you're going to go and negotiate a trade deal. That trade deal is not going to pass. No matter what you try, it's not going to pass. Okay, let's not attempt that then. That's 281, so that won't pass. So that won't pass. Gift isn't affected by that. I think we actually have all the diplomatic pacts besides victory pact signed to these guys. Still have a victory pact, so we could do that whenever we want, and they would accept that, even though they're getting pretty small at this point. You know, we'll do some bribery. Make them a little happier. We've already worked out we don't want to do any prospecting, and we don't have any worker privileges. Oh, spies. Spy time. Oh, apparently that's treated as Diplo one as well. Okay, so we'll support a faction there. Cold success. Okay, so we're still running like 93 on the covert ops. So let's try to train them up a bit more by embedding more spies.
Yes, sir.
Spies there. We got spy. Well, that's basically not a zone, but we'll put some spies there. No spies there, so we'll put spies there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the difficulty from this is, however you can see what the difficulty is driven by, right? It's driven by the regime popularity, the target zone loyalty, target regime's inverse of democracy, so they have high democracy. It's hard to keep people to convince people to leave. We're meritocratic, so we get a bonus, and success basically results in population leaving. So if we get this off on people, this would be one way to grow our population. But we need this covert ops to go up more, which is why we're doing a lot of spying. That might seem a bit pointless otherwise. Nothing to do construction, nothing to do mining. We've done troop movements, so we cycle the turn. We're waiting for RNG to bring the war back to being hot, because right now we're sort of seeing a Cold War. We're waiting for metal to build things, because we have a laundry list of things we want to build that we're mainly being metal throttled on. Because I haven't been patient enough to let the metal build up, we're just kind of randomly getting things completed, which is maybe not the best way to do it. I suppose occasionally that means we're actually getting things for cheaper as well. When you're close to completing a building, I believe the game basically does a roll to determine whether you get it complete. So if you've got like 90% of the metal to finish something on a turn, it might technically finish anyway, in which case you've just saved 10% of the metal, but usually you don't want to be running it that close to the vest on the metal output. And yeah, so we probably didn't declare it on because the hostile portion of the turn went real quick. Now we're on the militarists, which, well, we just embedded a bunch of spies in the militarists. We might actually see things, but we're probably not going to see anything. I don't think I got the recon high enough from that many spies being embedded to actually see their units moving. We're gonna run to the blackmailing guys. Which, to be fair, at this point, we've got a pretty long border width. So I would dread to be them in a war that started between the two of us. Granted, I dread to be me right now because we've got a sort of a shortage in metal to build troops. So the exposed border would be very exposed. We've got the industry to build roads, but not the metal to build rails and/or units. We killed 200 infantry and have 5 decisions. One of those is we're learning what ICBMs are. We actually know how to shoot those. We can be quite destructive soon.
Order acknowledged. Sir, yes, sir.
Brothers Command. And Brothers Command. So I would imagine in the next election, this command is these guys. Imagine the next election, these guys are going to have a pretty good run of it. Whether or not that's enough for them to win, that's a different question. I don't know where their next election is going to be. It might say in here somewhere. Yeah, I don't see where it is offhand, if it is in here. But when they have their next election, they've got 500% support, so I imagine that vote's going from like 6 to what, like 42%. 42% might be enough for them to win. Okay, construction-wise, did complete a bunch of things. So power bank finished, fuel depot finished, heavy industry 1 finished. Again, we'll hold off on building more heavy industry. That was mainly to delocalize the heavy industry, so if we get struck with an atomic weapon, that we don't lose all our heavy industry. Truck station finished. So the truck station wants to get upgraded, the fuel depot wants to get upgraded, the power bank wants to get upgraded. So the power bank is here.
Copy that.
The fuel depot is here.
Yes, sir.
And the truck station was there as well.
Yes, sir.
And you can see in the case of our power and our fuel basically, we get the upgrade and it immediately just says, okay, you're full in that.
Move it now. All clear, sir. Move it now. All clear, sir.
Guessing this is considered a major, which is why we have such bad... Actually, no, we have such bad supply because we're out of range. Of course we're out of range. We're out of action points. So where does action points run out? Traffic signs... 127, 133, so right about there, actually. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna plop a booster there. I'm gonna figure out that's where the truck station was going. That's all the movement for the turn. That's all the truck station, or all the construction for a turn. Managing the city. You're happy enough that we can lower, but we're not. You don't need to do it there. Maybe enough to lower it in the capital. Yeah, let's go ahead and lower it in the capital a bit.
Copy that. Copy that.
Okay, and until the private income goes down, that's about as low as I want it to go. 25 versus 0.01. You're not happy enough right now. We could do it here. It would be a bit tight here. Actually, it'll be fine, because we're only lower one.
Sir, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
And then again, we're waiting for private income to go down. Which should go down as population in the zone goes up. Not happy enough here. You've downsized because you just didn't need the workers for the construction. It's fine. Presumably the same here. Oh no, it kept the same amount of workers. The workers are actually a bit not happy here. Why are you not happy? Quality of life is not... Because we're improving quality of life elsewhere, right? Is what's happening. Let's check in on... things like you. Preferral efficiency is basically maxed. So, research. Change your research to something else, please. Oh, I could have you develop rocket engines. Yeah, go ahead and develop rocket engines. I don't know where we're going to stick on what type of plane we'd stick on rocket engines, but we might as well have them developed. Oh, and then the other applied science. Communication techniques are at 83, so it's probably about time we research something different. We need water detox. We might actually do water at some point. Mining techniques wouldn't actually be a bad thing. Let's increase the amount that we're getting around in mines. And that's what we want turn-wise. We're basically waiting on metal to build things. That's what everything's coming down to. Metal to build things. Money's a bit low, so before we cycle the turn, I should remember to sell stuff so we don't run out of money in the middle of the turn. Or middle of the end turn, paying wages. Yeah, we'll sell that.
Roger that.
The high-tech parts are getting a little cheap. But let's also sell, like, 25 machine parts.
Roger that.
Okay. With that, let's cycle the turn. This looks like it's probably going to be a good time to put the part break in, so I'm going to put the part break in at the end of this end turn cycle. If you're watching on YouTube, there will probably be another part up tomorrow, because I'm going to record one more part tonight. At least one more part. We'll see how I'm feeling as I get close to the end of the part where I record a 5th part tonight. But if you're watching YouTube, there will probably be another part up tomorrow. The end turn, like most end turns, should, you know, right now because we're at the state of peace, should be boring. Should. I'm seeing a surprising number of enemies actually on the border right now. That's just coincidental as they're running from there. I suspect the capital is actually up behind the Xeno territory. So the shortest route to the guys they're at war with is actually run along the border. Which is maybe why we've got a road running literally right next to the border here. And we're seeing the hostiles push more into the friendlies as the friendlies get smaller and smaller and smaller. I'm imagining a potential world in the near future where there are no longer any friendlies. Only holds, blackmailers, and hostiles. That we're in a Cold War. The hostile, and we're Cold. Well, we're not in a Cold War. We're in a better state of affairs with the blackmailer. So the militarist turn should be reasonably boring. I don't think our spy level is high enough to actually see what they're doing. This is the friendly faction, so we might see a little bit of the friendly faction, so we got the most border with the friendly faction. Well, besides the hostile one, we got a hostile one, and I think as I'm sitting here deducing what hostile is doing, I think the hostile's one of the main roads for them is actually running right along the border. So we see a lot of movement from the hostile that's just kind of running up down the road. And there's this Reich. Is the blackmailing guys. Again, we probably shouldn't see much from the Dissal Reich, except maybe along the border with the friendly. Interesting that it popped over there. It shows they probably also share a border with the hostiles. And maybe they're actually hostile with the hostiles. Okay, that was them attacking the friendlies. And our bulge there kind of means they have to go around. And we're back to our turn. We're going to go ahead and put the part break. So if you're watching on YouTube, hope you've been enjoying it. Again, there will be a part up tomorrow, because I'll try to record one more part tonight. And if you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break to replace my empty cup of tea with a new cup of tea. But I'll be right back after that cup of tea is made. So this is a good time for you, if you're watching on Twitch, to go get a drink. So until the next part, hope you'll have a good time and good luck. Catch you in the next part. Bye for now.